Congrats on being first Shattered Rift. Howdy and welcome, I'm your Game Jumper DiJaDi, and we are diving into Diablo for our Magical Monday. Second day in a row on schedule. What the heck is going on? Did we hire enough air traffic controllers? That's the question. Your music is a little loud. No, I'm just kidding. For some reason, so I edit this music inside Mix It Up, and every now and then it like automatically adjusts it again. Like it resets to default. Oh, and I don't know why. But it's fine. And yes, we are indeed playing on Xbox. Because we got it to work again. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how. But maybe we shouldn't ask the questions that we don't necessarily need an answer to. Gosh, I feel like I could learn a lot from that. Gosh, I feel like that's really wise words that I should heed. Oh, I'm so excited to be back on Xbox. I really am. It just looks better here. I love my ROG Ally, don't get me wrong. I love that I can game on it. I'm super excited to play some Elite Dangerous there on Saturday with our HOTA setup. Being able to play in 4K, oh, I love it. Now, what were we doing? It's been a while, so... Let's see. There was this guy named Elias who seemed to be serving our nemesis. Lilith. And so we were to meet our mentor and companion, Lorath, way up here, apparently. I guess we should just ride up there. It doesn't seem like there's like a closer, like, spawn point. There's also some side quests over here that we could potentially do. And, for the first time in a while, we're not playing this with, like, a hard out in 3 hours. So we can kind of take our time a little bit. Oh, I love fire. Oh, no. Okay, so last time that we played, we did turn up the difficulty. And I did forget about that. So that is something to keep in mind. Did we get them all? My goodness, that was a lot. I don't know that we can do this. We'll try, but we might not be able to. Okay, alright, we're back. We got this. Ain't nothing but a fall. Oh no, I killed that rat. Okay, we need to repair our gear real quick. And we need to remember that this is a harder difficulty. Oh no, what is that clip? Do I want to know? Oh my goodness. I love the title. Oh my gosh. I died so quick! It's okay. The music in this is pretty too. Okay, so now we can continue to venture north by northeast. Where our liege awaits. Informally. Whoever killed him was eventually overpowered and forced into the nearby cellar. But we can't go in that cellar, which is probably for the best. Do we want to do a dungeon right now? I feel like that would be kind of insane. Like, we don't even know what's in here, or why we would go in here. The charnel house. With 6 prisoners that we must save. Jeez. Did not like that. They also did not like that, though. We are actually going to nope out of there real quick because our inventory is full and we don't want to go into a... Never go into a dungeon with your inventory. That's just a good rule of thumb. Nah, actually, I think we're okay with what we have for now with that. If it was a legendary, I'd be more amenable to replacing it. I have so many things that boost my fire. I'm so reluctant to get rid of any of it. even for like a significant increase in power. What is power without fire? Passionless. And I would rather die than be passionless, okay? This one will save. And we'll save this too. We're gonna end up with a bunch of legendaries that we refuse to use. That's gonna be where we end up.
Precious stones, beautifully cut.
Can we not sell, like, all our... Oh, sell all junk. There we go.
Be wary of bandits.
Beautiful. I know how to play this game. I love fire. Yeah, I don't really care for any of that. Oh. Oh my gosh. You would think that these guys would be afraid of getting burned at a certain point, but apparently not. No, I don't like that. We're gonna overkill that.
It's locked.
constantly throwing flames all over the place. That's all it's gonna be. I apologize if you were expecting some kind of, like, tact or, like, you know, incredible strategic, like, gameplay here. You're not gonna get it.
Flesh at the new moon. Go to the cells and gather. If the new ones are weak, feed them to the maggots. We need more
There's a time for subtlety, and then there's a time for just lighting everything. And the time for subtlety is sometimes. And the time for lighting everything up is always. Heavy boots were in that Iron Maiden.
Would it have made it without you?
Finally, some live prisoners. Oh my goodness. Whoa! Good try, buddy. Good try. Alright. Back to the pits that spawned you. That's what I thought. Oh, I do not like the fact that this guy can teleport. We got a little amulet. Cute. Don't spit at me. That's rude. Not a fan of that. Got you. Those corpse pile babies are kind of spooky, kind of scary. Kind of don't like them. They carry a punch. Nope. Not today. We kind of wasted that, but you know what? I don't like these little, like, plague things, so... having a friendly conversation here about whose breath stinks worse. And the answer was mine. I did not like that. What? What even was that? Jeez. Again, definitely overreacted there. Nope, I should not even try to do this yet. I should wait 20 seconds. Was that literally it? There was no, like, final boss or anything? That doesn't seem right. Final boss was the corpses we left in our wake. I'm always kind of sort of curious. No, don't say that. I already killed the butcher once. I don't want to have to do it. There is literally a boss who will sometimes show up and just try to kill you. He was like the first boss in Diablo 3. And he's overpowered and a pain. And he'll just show up in the world sometimes. Just to say hi, just to see how you're doing. And whenever you see him, the answer is not good. I'll take the manual, but all this rare gear, I have no use for. Oh, hey, what's wrong, buddy?
My friends were cut down.
Oh,
I won't last
well, that's
long.
unfortunate. Because you thought I was helpless. Oh my gosh, there's more of you.
I can't take anymore.
Oh my goodness. How many guys are there? What the heck? That was a lot. That was a lot right there.
Without you, I'd be dead.
I don't necessarily know that I trust that guy. I don't know how he survived all that. Something seems a little weird to me about that. We're gonna meet him down the road, and it's gonna turn out that he was like actually the boss. Oh, good spit. There can't be that many more places here. Like, this dungeon isn't that big. That's what we call a jailbreak. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole dungeon, I guess. That guy is gonna end up being the boss. I have a bad feeling about him. we need a ring? Sure. Well, that wasn't too bad for, like, a beginning dungeon. Let's go. Come on. Probably be a little more impressive to, like, use things other than just setting everything ablaze, but... you use what the good Lord gave you. Oh, is there a party out here and nobody invited me? Sad. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. The field of broken spears. Well, here's another dungeon. I don't think we need to go in there right now. We've got other places we need to go. Should we talk to the Wanderer, though?
Be careful!
Hey, buddy. What's up? This is a lot.
Get them away!
I would appreciate it if this guy would die.
Oh, it is finished.
Oh my goodness. That was not a lot. Like, that was not... I feel like I deserve more. I kept you alive through that. Come on. You can't catch that gingerbread man. Which definitely isn't me. Kind of weird how this is just like empty. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh good, civilization, so to speak. What does this orange dot mean? That it's difficult? Or that I have a quest there? This is a lot of guys just chilling here. We could fight them, or we could just keep on riding. Riding on this road. Doo, doo, doo. All alone.
Good of you to come. Pity you didn't bring an army or siege works.
Elias is here.
Gone to the palace, no doubt. Behind the high wall with the gates barred behind him. We can't get through.
You know who can.
Zelaya.
Sure. How many messages did I send? Huh? How long has Oyun been missing? Trapped in there with those butchers?
I mean, he's probably dead.
She may be the only one left who knows of the tunnel.
If she's still alive. If this tunnel exists at all.
You don't trust me.
Of course not. You're a thief. Useful years ago, true. But it's clear you have some other reason to seek this Oyun.
Not your business.
If I were to look for Oyun, where would I start?
She has a house in the market square. We were supposed to meet there before, but I couldn't get close.
Tried to come back alive.
I'll just light everything on fire, including the house.
Is worth the risk, but perhaps you'll prove me wrong.
Yeah. Have a little faith for once, old man.
It'll be fine. Probably, maybe, possibly, sort of. We'll see. That looked pretty brutal. I think we're doing a swimmingly wonderful job. These fights actually kind of hurt, though. I will say. That was an impressive jump. I will say that was an impressive jump. It's just fun. Fire's fun. Don't play with it at home, but it's fun. Kick at me with your talons. Oh, don't like that. Fortunately, I was ready for you. I wonder what Blood Hog tastes like. We're certainly cooking them enough. I don't know why I took those pants. I didn't need them.
Have you seen someone named Oyun?
Are you mad? Save yourself!
Tell me.
Have
Tell
you
me
seen
tell me
someone
the
named
answer.
Oyun?
Are you mad? Save yourself!
I'm asking a very simple
Have you
question.
seen someone named Oyun?
Are you mad? Save yourself!
That might require a small follow-up. And you're just refusing to answer. That's rude. Okay, that's disrespectful. I do not appreciate that. I would save myself, but if I die, it's solely on your hands. You could have saved me. Then I wouldn't need to save myself. But no. It's just ridiculous that you couldn't answer a simple yes or no question. I mean, you've got nothing better to do. Like, it's... whatever. I don't even have words to tell you how disgusted I am with the way that you've treated me here today. And I will remember this. I mean, look, we all struggle with simple questions sometimes. Most of the pages are smeared with blood. The legible entries speak of the cannibals overrunning the city. On the last page, Oyun has written, "She's not coming. I pray that means she made it out." It's not that that woman couldn't answer a yes or no question. It's that at a point, when someone needs you, for you to spit in their face, there's a time to be selfish and there's a time to not. Excuse you. You try to only spit in people's faces consensually? Good. That's the way to do it. This is the way. These maniacs are aptly named with the way that they just run in a fire. Oh my gosh, that villager just died in front of us. We might have killed him. I'd like to believe that we didn't, but... Aha! Look at us.
No, no! Don't let them get me! Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't be like your cousin over there.
Have you seen someone named
Or friend. Or neighbor.
I don't know. The cannibals are rounding everyone up, killing, feasting. But a few, they drag away. The prisons, I heard. Why would these monsters keep anyone alive?
The prisons.
Ah, to the
Maybe
prisons.
There is a chance Oyun lives.
This is kind of cool, being able to walk on the rooftops like this. Oh, we had an alternative, like, ingress there. Interesting. How did I miss that guy? Well, I didn't miss him anymore. Some people are easier to stop missing than others, I guess. I don't know how fire and a snowball to the face cut this guy in half. It's pretty impressive, though. That was probably overkill. Probably didn't need to do that. To be honest, though, I thought that particular crew was going to put up more of a fight. Clearly, we're supposed to go that way. So naturally, we're going to not. Because we do like exploring. Okay, I think that's everything. I feel like we should be able to just burn the gates down and barge in, like Harry Dresden. Oh. There's a very real chance that we can. Kind of. That seemed a little too easy. We're going to be a little more sneaky about it. Ended up not mattering. Still in the same exact spot. Okay. I don't like the sound of that. I also probably shouldn't be like throwing fire around when there could be innocent casualties. finisher. That was such overkill. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, I didn't mean to do it that time. It was just instinct.
I can't eat anymore. But they won't stop feeding us. Fruit and honey, bread
Yeah.
and wine.
That sounds
Ah,
pretty gross.
I try to resist, but they force it down my throat. Everything hurts.
Can we not break open these doors? Nope, apparently not. Now that we have a key, can we... Yes, we can. Okay, good.
Hey, they get stronger from eating us.
No, I'm not ready yet. I can eat more. Get fatter. I'll taste better, right? Please,
Oh my
let me
goodness.
eat more.
That's pretty messed up.
Off came a finger, out came an eye, packed up nice in the butcher's.
Oh hey, we found, what's his name? What? What is this?
Are you here?
Who's there? You're not him. Who are you? The chopping. It stopped and I thought he was coming for me next.
Your friend Zolaya sent me.
She's still here?
You'll see her soon. We need to get through the market.
I know another way. It's safer. The old prison wing. It was sealed off years ago after an earthquake.
Where did the
Oh,
cannibals
we know
come
where that
from?
is now.
The wall ahead. That used to be the entrance to the old prison wing. Then you break through.
And they say fire can't burn stone. Earthquake damaged outer walls seal away the section. Leave DiJaDi inside. Uh-oh.
No! I thought it would be safe this way.
stay close.
I want to say these guys are undead. Mostly dead. Oh, jeez. I don't like that. Oh, jeez. Hello, corpse fiend. Goodbye, corpse fiend. Oh no, there's another one. I really need that DJ Khaled. That sound work. Strike! I don't think that's how strikes work. You need to go bowling again. I feel like the exit is up there, so I kind of want to explore everything else before. And these guys aren't too bad. Like, they're not the most pleasant company, but I've had worse. Okay, well that was a short exploration.
Look! A crack in the wall!
You didn't know that was there? Why do you sound so surprised? Weren't you literally taking us here?
I can't stop my hands from shaking. Give me a moment.
Okay, we're gonna wait exactly 60 seconds. Okay, it's been about long enough, maybe. Why didn't you escape?
I was waiting for Zolaya at my home. When I realized she wasn't coming, I tried to run. But those monsters caught me. Royal blood ruled Guran for generations. Decadent and cruel, but they were saints compared to Bro. I saw him at the royal court. He walked in unannounced, demanded the city to be given to him. The overseers sent him to the prisons, of course. They laughed about the strange man all night. That was the last time they laughed. Yes. Where is she?
There's 2,500 gold hidden underneath a rock. That seems pretty normal.
She's really here.
Zolaya!
Oh, Yun! Oh, you've come back to me! You waited. Kept yourself in danger.
Oh, you stubborn cow. Of course I waited. Where would I go without you to tell me?
Honey.
Anywhere. Away from here.
Yes, well, you're a lucky fool, I'll give you that.
Lorath here sent this one to find you. They need your help getting into the palace.
There's an old escape.
What the heck? What on earth? Double rings?
Could be worse.
Wanderer. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Let's go. Hiya!
Velsina, Andy, thank you so much for those raids. Very much appreciate it. How are you doing? And I don't think we've had the pleasure. Velsina obviously is an awesome streamer. Fantastic friend. Definitely go give them a follow. Nah, I just speak what's evident. But welcome, Raiders. I'm DiJaDi. I'm a game jumper. Play a lot of different games. We are attempting to actually be a little bit consistent, maybe possibly sort of kind of. I hesitate to, commit to that, but we're making some major life adjustments right now, and hopefully that will facilitate us being able to be more regular on our flight path. Which, speaking of, this is our flight path for the month of July. I know what month it is. So Monday we have Diablo 4. Tuesdays we have Donkey Kong Country Returns. Until we get our Switch 2 anyway. We'll see what happens then. Final Fantasy Remake on Wednesdays. Avowed on Thursdays. Fable Anniversary on Fridays. Probably my favorite of this particular schedule, Elite Dangerous on Saturdays with our hotel setup. Let's go. And Observer. Oh my gosh, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Look, I don't handle horror well. Observer is scary. you know, you're like, we'll see. We'll see. But, should be a good month. Especially if we can manage to actually, you know, stream occasionally.
You know, when we first met, I assumed this connection you have with Lilith would lead you to darkness, as it has Elias. But after the good you've done here, maybe I was wrong. We shall see.
But we are currently in Act 3 of Diablo 4, which is a lot of numbers. Really enjoying it so far. I've tried a little bit of light horror and stuff, you know? I mean, like, I would consider Layers of Fear to be kind of light in terms of that. I would consider Hellblade to not... Like, most other people would not consider Hellblade to be horror. I feel like it counts for me, but I'm a wimp. Okay.
But how to get there? Oh, excuse me.
All right. I'm in my horse. See, the only thing I have left, or had, my market stall, my wares, all of it lost in Ghoul Run.
What happened here?
Tyrant Brawl and his damned cannibals. They stormed the city like wild animals. Gods never stood a chance.
Yeah, I feel like, though, like, Hellblade is light enough that, like, I don't know. There's elements of it that are scary, but, like, I don't know that I would categorize, like, I personally would because it scares me, but I feel like most horror aficionados would be like, nah, that's... In fact, I know for a fact that, like, other horror aficionados have told me that's not horror. What are you talking about? It seems more like it would, like, most cleanly fit into, like, narrative action adventure with an element of atmospheric, like, horror, maybe.
Yes.
But
I was devastated to hear my uncle perished in Gulran. But
gosh, I
he always
love the
told me
Hellblade
I would
series
inherit
so
his
much.
ring, should anything happen to him. I'm afraid I'm little used to defending myself, but if you could take me to search the ruins in Desolation's Reach, I'd be most grateful. My family used to have a home there, and he buried it for safekeeping. Bit of a paranoid old man, really.
I'll meet you there.
Oh, thank you. I do hope it's still there. It would mean so much to me.
I think Hellblade 2 was my runner-up for Game of the Year last year. I think Astrobot just barely beat it for me. Sure, I would definitely agree it's more of a mental one, yes. I also, like, there's some games that handle, like, heavy themes extraordinarily well, and I would say that Hellblade is definitely one of those. But thank you, I appreciate you very much. You know, sometimes we just need a little validation. My gear is so under leveled right now in terms of power, but I just love it so much that I refuse to switch it out. I don't know why we're picking up all this like super small stuff too. Like being able to turn into like a, what do you call a group of bats? A horde? A flock? Anyway. When I turn into a cadre of bats, oh gosh, I almost had it. Hang on, it's something else. A gaggle. Oh gosh, a swarm. Swarm. It's definitely swarm. I'm pretty sure a swarm of bats. When I turn into a swarm of bats, it breaks all crowd control effects on me, which is super useful. And the fact that that's my regular evade is really, really cool. Like, I would need to get a way, way, way cooler column. That's super crazy. That's wrong.
While
okay?
in the city, I was thinking on Elias.
Whoever invented that
which of the
probably has like a PhD in the subject. I'm calling you out.
To go round as a clue.
He has drowned it in blood.
It's probably the same person who decided the plural of mongoose is mongooses.
What's the difference?
Duriel feeds off physical pain and Dariel revels in mental and emotional torment. Whichever one it is, if Elias succeeds, many more cities will share Gulran's fate. Our only hope is he hasn't completed
a cloud of bats. I kind of like that a little bit. I could get with that. A flight.
Oyun said the tunnel is in a hidden alcove.
And swarm? Okay, alright. The thing you always have to remember, or the thing I always have to remember about Diablo is that everything is going swell until it isn't. Ooh, I do not like that that's a fire spider. That's okay, I still burned it alive. This is exactly how you handle spiders, by the way. Burn them. What's that game? Kill it with fire? It's basically an instruction manual on how to handle spiders. Only when they encroach on your territory, though. Otherwise, they're fine. I've got a buddy on my porch that I totally leave alone. And not at all because I'm terrified that he'll murder me in my sleep. Now granted, in this particular instance, we're encroaching on their territory, but Some things are unavoidable.
There.
Some choices have to
Could
be
that be
made.
it? Twin sabers, just as Oyun described.
Oops, speaking of. Or thinking of, I guess, would be a more accurate way to say that. Let me give you a follow in. Thanks again for that raid. And for the education.
Do you hear that? Voices.
Why do we stay here? Need more prey, more meat.
And you will have it once Elias has finished his grand work.
What work?
You will see soon, bro. The seeds we have sown will bear fruit. Gulrun will be reborn, and so will...
But work.
Elias, he is poised to summon Andariel into the world. Her power will lift us to new heights. And of course, you will have more meat.
I want to watch.
Certainly, great bro. You will be the guest of honor.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem like that's good.
Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish. That is the lesser evil he means to summon. Heavens help us.
Oh my gosh, so much gold. And a mace? Was it a good mace? Let's see. We're not really a mace user. We usually prefer pepper spray. It's okay. If we were an ice mage, it would really be great, but we're not. So. Oh, hi guys. That was probably overkill. We probably did not need to go all out like that. But, you know what? Better safe than a sacrificial ritual for the summoning of a lesser demon. That's what I always say. It says Ghost Wand. We need to pick it up. We're zigzagging to make ourselves harder to see. It's working, I can tell. Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure he was gonna follow us for a second. I gotta give Oraf something to do every now and then. You don't use muscles and they atrophy. Atrophy? Atrophy. I'm pretty sure. Dare you tell me what I cannot do? It's almost a lost line there. Me, but I burn. That's what I thought. We don't really want that wand. This wand, let's see. That seems like it might be cool. We'll save it. We're just so fire statted out. Like, it's really hard to, like, change that. Partially eaten corpses. The remains of the royal family. Well, that's not good. We don't love that. Even though they were apparently despots. Bad actions are bad actions.
An archive of the Forbidden, handpicked by Elias himself. He must be planning to summon Andariel somewhere else. But he did his research here. Look around. There might be some clues that can tell us where the ritual will take place.
Another ghost wand. Sketches of 3 shrines. The Primevals, Diablo, Baal, Mephisto. Oh my gosh, speaking of... Well, no, I don't want to say that. At the center of the map is the Temple of the Primes, an ancient complex buried beneath Mount Sivo. Notes are scrawled across the paper. They appear to be calculations for how much of Guran's populace would be needed to excavate the temple.
The prophecy is unfolding before my eyes. I was right to act on it. When the prime evils come, they will find no easy prey. We will be ready. Our rebirth begins here, with Andariel chained to the heart of Gulran. She will feed on the suffering in this city of anguish, and we in turn will feed on her. Andariel's power will be ours to wield against the other Lords of Hell. If more must die to see it come to pass, so be it. I will not fail you, Mother.
Interesting. So Lilith is essentially trying to get all these guys to like summon all these lesser evils to fight the major evil. Literally the lesser of two evils. Interesting. Yes, the MCU does keep on doing interesting things with the spin-offs that seem to like actually, at the very least, majorly affect other things, and I am curious how that goes. In the case of some shows, I think it's actually really good. In the case of other shows, like Secret Invasion, I think that it's a horrendous mistake that's really hard to retcon. But, you know what? That said, I've enjoyed almost everything the MCU has put out, even if all of it hasn't necessarily been the best in terms of, execution. So, I think Secret Invasion would be, the only one that actually upset me, or, that I didn't care for. And that's just because that had such potential, and they just didn't use it.
I recognize many of these books. He must have stolen them from their Roderick vault. Andariel, chained to the heart of Gulran. Her evil will not stay contained here. It will drown the land in suffering.
This is beyond madness.
Quite the opposite.
It's crazy to me.
It's clear for once. When I knew him, he was searching for purpose. I couldn't give him one, and so he found it in Lilith. I didn't stop him. I let him become this.
I haven't watched any of the
Now is
DC
our chance
stuff
to make it
lately.
right before things get even worse.
Yes, we have what we need.
I'm really looking forward to
Someone will
Superman.
take
That'll
place at the
be
Temple
my
of the
first
Primes in Mount Sivo.
foray into the DCU.
Now to find a way out. Knowing Elias, he would have had an escape route in case things didn't go his way. Behind the bookcase. I guess that's the one thing he learned from me.
Well, no, I love Peacemaker, actually. I would say even the weak episodes, I think, are fundamentally necessary to establishing what that show is. You have to set the tone for a show like that. My main problem with the MCU shows isn't necessarily that, their homework, because, I don't know. I feel like if they're enjoyable enough, then they aren't really that grindy. And I also think that, in some ways, they kind of, sort of, manage to make things work. I would say Brave New World is, the only MCU movie that, absolutely demanded that you have seen, at least Falcon and Winter Soldier. I don't think that movie works without it. I think the rest of the movies work okay without it. I think the second Doctor Strange movie. Sorry, I'm nerding out a little bit right now, but like the second Doctor Strange movie, I think Multiverse of Madness. I think it's kind of a jump to see Scarlet Witch in that movie and go like, wait, how'd she get here? Is it just from grief? From like losing vision? I think the show kind of really builds that out a lot more of how messed up she is about that. But I think you can reasonably make the jump. I don't think it's an insane jump. I know some people would disagree, but I think like when it comes to like losing someone you love, that can do really messed up things to you, and you don't necessarily need to explain that. But I think the show does bridge the gap fairly well in terms of showing like how broken her brain kind of is on a lot of things. And I think it's a great show in and of itself too. My main problem with the MCU shows is not necessarily that they keep on adding big guys or keep on like doing major plot points, although I do think that they need to be careful about that, because again, not everyone is going to have the time or the inclination to watch every single show, even if they're only like 6 to 8 episodes. My main problem is that every single MCU show is like 6 to 8 episodes. Every single one, every single Disney show I feel like lately has had like at least 1 to 2 episodes of that short season as fluff, as complete unnecessary stuff. And you can't do that in such a condensed format. You can't. Like, there are shows that do a really good job of storytelling in a shorter season. But I would say that most of the MCU shows do not necessarily. Like, the execution is weak. At least in, like, the majority of them at this point, I think. Loki and WandaVision, and I would say to a degree even, I would say Moon Knight. But that's because I love, like, what they did with Moon Knight. I would say those would be the exceptions rather than the standard. And I would say even like the Star Wars shows suffer from that too, where it's just the pacing is weird. And I would say actually, as much as I enjoyed my time with Ironheart, that Ironheart is like a show that doesn't need to be until the end.
Should have killed him when I had the chance. We must hurry.
But I also definitely get the, like, I think the homework... I think the homework criticism is absolutely valid. It's just, like, I'm nerding out because I want more content. Because I love a universe that's, like, as connected as all this. And, like, that's why I'm a huge Cosmere fan, too. Although I would argue Cosmere does it, like, near perfectly. And of course that's books too, so you can fit a lot more in there. Yeah, like 12 episode seasons, I think it's okay actually in 12 episode seasons to have one episode that doesn't really matter. I don't think it's necessarily okay in like 6 to 8 episode seasons. I think that when you're not answering questions and when you're just kind of like waiting until the finale to like solve everything and you're not pacing things out correctly, that it's even worse to have an episode like episode 7 or episode 6 or episode 5 that's like whatever, you know? Like, You have all these questions. Answer them. You don't have to wait until the finale. But,
Somewhere in this paradise, the Triune has reclaimed its ancient temple. Trouble is, we can't simply walk in. Elias was researching something about shrines to Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
Only the blessed can open the way.
Yes, but to be blessed by the prime evils. Damn risky.
If it is the key to getting inside the temple, I will take the risk.
this seems like a huge mistake. I don't know that I should be
Shrine
doing
is
this.
close. We'll start there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But yes, I also love 18 to 24 episode ones. Like, I'm a huge Lost fan. I'm a huge Smallville fan. I even really like 24. When I first when I first watched 24, it was actually too intense for me because I was like in my teens or whatever, and I was just like not able to handle it. I was just like not jaded enough, I guess. I don't know, like way too sensitive, and so like. But going back to it years later, it was like, oh wow, no, this is actually fantastic. This is great. I can handle this. I could only watch like a couple episodes at a time back when I started it. But then also, yes, the way that it tells a real-time story is really cool. Really innovative. I love that. Especially like the clock going on and everything. And accounting for commercials and everything. Like, that's impressive, really, when it comes down to it. One of my favorite memories is meeting an old friend of mine who's now like a famous like tech YouTuber outside a gas station in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, to buy the 24 season box set off him with cash. And he handed it to me in a paper bag, and it just felt so like weird. Okay. Like, like what are we doing? But yeah,
his influence has launched every war in history. Never once has he tired of conflict. Speak his true name. Tor Balos.
Tor Balos.
yeah, basically, yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm fine.
2 more shrines to go. Diablo and then Mephisto. Stay strong.
Well, especially when you're watching a show about like spies and stuff and all that, and you're essentially doing a dead drop. I mean, like, or well, not a dead drop because like we're both there. And what made it funnier was, at the time, I don't actually know necessarily if he still is, but at the time we were both very much involved in, like, church stuff and everything. And so, like, it was like, you know, kind of a juxtaposition of, like, this is the Christian version of, like, drug trafficking. Like, every now and then I'll watch one of his tech YouTube videos, and I'll keep a comment like, "Hey, thanks again for meeting me at a gas station, giving me the Jack Bauer box set. Appreciate that."
Diablo, Lord of Terror. Every mortal fear, every nightmare, he is the root of it all. Always has been. Speak his true name. Al Diabolos.
Al Diabolos.
Wow, we just got knocked out every single time. I worked a, I don't know that it's that interesting, but it's definitely, you know, it's definitely a road I've traveled, okay? I remember working a convention in Austin, Texas, as a volunteer, and, one of my, co-volunteers was wearing a Diablo shirt, and somebody on the street was like, obviously didn't understand the reference, and was like, "You're a fan of the devil?" Also, I'm a little salty because I left a $400 leather jacket there at a theater in Austin, Texas. But other than that, it was a good time. At the theater in Austin, Texas, actually. The Alamo Draft House.
Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, Father of Lilith. You need to be careful. Her blood is already a part of you.
I can handle it.
See? The power here is already agitating you.
I told you I can handle it. Tell me what to say, and then go search for the temple.
So be it. When you're ready, speak the name Dol Mephistos. But watch yourself.
Dul Mephistos.
Now, I would say the way that I reacted was definitely inappropriate there. But I feel like the way that I started that with, like, I can handle it, I don't think that was out of line at all. But whatever. It's fine. Lorf just doesn't understand, okay? He's older. He just doesn't understand kids these days.
We meet again.
Mephisto. I know who you are now.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we can't help each other. That mortal Elias seeks to use the power of the Primes for his own ends. No one knows their place anymore, do they? His meddling has drawn echoes of the past to my refuge of hatred. But you and I can put things back in order. Once you've brought peace to this realm, I will be able to give you my blessing.
I feel like I've heard this voice before.
We will never fall to the Prime Eagles.
I wasn't the Primevals, that was just me.
Hold them back! Ulkatos, lend me your strength!
This isn't the Herald of Mephisto. This is like Mephisto's like representation, I think.
Well
But
done.
okay.
You were born for this.
I guess a
I
Herald
didn't
could be a
expect
representation.
a prime evil would need a mortal's help.
Yes, I've had some bad luck in recent years. Trapped in those soulstone trinkets. Cast back to hell. My essence is reforming, and so my power has limits. We all have our ups and downs, don't we?
One of my favorite jokes is that.
You deserve far worse.
All I have done is offer you help, and yet you repay me with hatred. Why not focus that anger on Lilith for the time being? Take my blessing. Destroy her. Save your world. The victims of my brother, Bale. He laid waste to the barbarian lands long before your time. I wish I could have seen it with my own eyes. I had no part in it, though. Elias has upset the balance at the Temple of the Primes, and those shades of the past belong in Bale's domain, not mine. But I do welcome their hatred.
Well, okay. That makes one of us. Try not to hate people. That's just good life advice. Everything goes wrong when you start to hate people. That was kind of brutal. But I'm blessed by the primevals now, so it's only fitting that I represent them well. Beautiful. Well, a healing ball. Sure. Whoa! That's what I thought. I feel like this is the way we're supposed to go, so should I go the other way? It's weird that I can open that gate and not go through. Oof. To get ice back into a wall of fire just seems ridiculous. Redefining icy hot. Beautiful. Shocking. Okay, what's up, boss? Oh, the door I opened. Right. I was just down there. I opened the door for us.
What took you so long?
I saw something at the shrine. A wolf.
Mephisto has been known to take such a form.
It's not the first time I've encountered him.
What? And you kept this from me?
We all keep secrets, don't we, Rodrin?
We don't have time for this now. Elias could be in the middle of his ritual already. Clear your head before we press on.
Clearly, we are definitely getting a little bit up in right? I'll admit that. I'll admit that we might be overstepping a little bit. You know what they say, 2 iron chunks is better than 1. Granted, I have no idea when they said that. They were probably mining. You're welcome, by the way, Laura. Look at all this clear, no enemy occupied territory.
The way will be opened.
Like, I did that, okay? Now, I did not clear this, just for the record, so don't blame me. I don't have time for your criticisms. I said I did not clear this, I meant to yet. Because clearly, I just cleared that. What can I say except you're welcome?
Something?
Nope, didn't hear anything. Oh my gosh! You are welcome. Oh, by the way, Moana 2? Great movie, I would say. Even your shield cannot protect you, my serpent of fire. Oops, sorry, sacrifice. I think I'm gonna call my serpent Connie, or Conflagration. I feel like that's a good name for her. Oh no! I did not mean to do that. Sorry. So glad that I can turn into a, what is it, a flight? A flock? A swarm? A cloud of bats. I'm just so glad that I have that power. That's overkill for sure. But, you know what? That was perfect right there. That was what Connie was made for. Let's go. Or if it's no longer following me, why not?
We're too late. The ritual is underway. I will deal with Elias myself. Stay to the shadows.
I feel like that's not gonna happen, buddy. I've got 3 primeval blessings, okay? Primeval? Primeval? Huh? I just caught that, actually. That's been a pun that's been around since Diablo 1, and I just figured it out. Kind of like Blueprints. Where I was like, Blueprints? Blueprints?
warned you not to walk this path.
If your death is more important to a cause than your living for it, you probably need to reevaluate that cause.
Please, come with me.
Hi, bro. Man, that sucks for you. I would be very intimidated if I had to fight you right now. I'm just saying. Those swords do hit. I will give him credit for that. And that stun is, like, actually pretty bad. But so are we. It seems like Elias escaped. Again. Which is unfortunate. Oh my gosh. That was actually kind of scary.
What happened? It feels like fire crawling over my skin.
You were tattooed. A ritual.
I hear something. A voice in my head.
Andario. A connection was made between you and her. Who are you?
Thaisa. Who are you?
I am Lorath, one of the Haradrim.
Haradrim. So is Elias.
If he told you that, he was lying. I came to kill him. Thought I had, but the moment I looked away, he vanished.
If he survived, he will have fled to his refuge.
Refuge?
He has a palace, somewhere in the deserts of eastern Kyrgyzstan. But that is all I know.
Okay, well I guess I know where we're going.
To Tesseract. The people there know the deserts of Kyrgyzstan well. Maybe someone has heard of this palace.
Let me join you. I don't know how much help I will be in this condition, but I owe you my life.
You don't owe us anything, but you are welcome to come. you deserve vengeance too.
Okay, just disappear. That's fine. I didn't need to talk to you about how I deserve, like, at least some kind of accolades for destroying the Tyrant King of cannibals that murdered countless civilians. I don't need any validation for that. Nor a benediction. That's fine. I love this mount. It's great. I especially love the roaring. Uh-oh. I definitely think I went the wrong way here. Nope, I actually don't want to do that. Oof. That did sting a little bit. Okay, now that we have a little bit of peace and quiet. I said peace and quiet. My goodness. That's fine. I don't care. I just need to speak with this guy over here. Done posturing now?
So, as I was saying, I don't know precisely where it's hidden, but this is the place. So, it should be buried around here somewhere. I sure hope nothing's happened to it. Help me look around, will you?
Really? Give me a second. Jeez, my goodness.
The ring once belonged to my aunt, a gift from my uncle. But she passed a while back. She always spoke of how precious it was.
I bet you it's always in the third location you look.
He wasn't a man of great means. Damn it! How can it not be here? I don't understand!
What's that on your
I'm
finger?
so sorry.
Looking for this?
Hey! That's mine! How?
I've heard you're outside Gulran going on and on about some priceless
Oh my
ring.
goodness.
Me and my boys had to see it for ourselves. So, what are you willing to give us for it?
Death.
Excuse me. That ring belonged to my family. With my uncle gone, it's rightfully passed to me.
Is that so? Well then I suppose I'll have to kill you so it can pass to me, eh? Get him!
You don't want to do this. Told you.
Oh, thank you. I'll treasure it for... Wait. What is this? This isn't real gold. Oh, this is so like him. I bet he's laughing up.
It
at me in
is.
the burning
Yeah.
house.
It looks
You
really
know
good.
what? Just keep it. Maybe take it to that weird merchant in the Boiling Plains. I've heard he collects all kinds of worthless stuff like this. Maybe he'll give you something for it.
I'm so happy to be playing it in
Just
4K again.
find my own way
I missed
home.
that. Love my
I want to
Ragawa,
be alone.
but do we really want to travel here? I guess we can. Like, there's a waypoint there and everything. It's fine. We'll use magic.
Well, they're not mine so much as the overseers per se, but... Oh, never mind. Give it here. Ah, yes. What a lucky find. This ring has a dark history of greed. Lustrous upon first glance, but ultimately worthless to sell. And what's worse, whosoever covets and steals the ring is cursed, marking them for death. I do hope, however, it came into your possession. It was given freely, but probably best I hang on to it just to be safe.
Alright. Let's teleport back here. Oh, we are stacked full of stuff. We need to get rid of some of it. Ooh, I kind of like this. It's not as good as the meteorites, but it's kind of cool. We'll save it. Same with this. We'll save it, I guess. We really are gonna run into that problem of having like a bunch of legendary stuff that like we don't care about. You're so thirsty? Why is that? Any particular reason? Oh, in your heart you know you need water. True. Oh, I understand that though. I definitely do. Not that it's the story of my life or anything, but... Sure. Goodbye. Whoa. That was random. I don't know that we want to go in these caverns. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I don't like your angry self, buddy. Technically, I have a stand and I have my silicon case, so I'm kind of okay with where things stand and how things are cased. But it was very tempting to try to get both in one. That's a lot of blood. Gosh, it's so cool being a fire mage. It really is. My webs and a spider to fly.
done. The madness. The sheer madness. We fought against each other essentially. For what purpose? Now, the creatures have overtaken us. Nature didn't have blood. We're no like cattle. It's a sheet of paper to be torn through. Once I was a fighter, fighting for the cause I can barely remember. Now, I am maggot free.
That is part of the reason why I went with the Silicon case, actually. Is thinking that, like, I don't want too big a case for it to not, like, easily fit in the dock. Granted, the silicone case isn't going to protect it a ton. It's mostly aesthetic, but still. No, I definitely understand. Like, I say that I have a stand, but honestly, the stand that I have, I'm probably won't bring with me. Spring for a stand case, 2-in-1 for my scribe. And then I also bought my very first Apple tracker thing, whatever it's called. AirTag, there we go, yeah. It's pretty cool. I like it. Oof. You should have gotten fire insurance. Jeez, I almost died there. Those exploders are, like, pretty devastating. just going full redstone right now. I knew it. I knew it. You can't be trusted. Don't worry, I'll take my trust back. I don't know if that person died. I feel like they did. I don't even know if that was a real person, to be fair. Frantically, like... frantically downing, like, health potions. That got a little bit dicey. I drank like 4 health potions in a row to try to stay alive there. It's okay, spiders. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is gonna be overkill. But you know what? I'm okay with it. These overseers, they actually hit kind of hard. I couldn't move there for a second. I don't know, it's like, I feel like my character just wanted to pose. A second. Which, hey, I'm fine with, I think. Oof. That did not do as much damage as I had hoped. no! Blast it! Oof, that hurts. Yeah. I thought I had it, and then I definitely did not. Thank goodness we had that checkpoint there, but, like, oof. Let's give ourselves a moment of silence there. I should have run further away, but I don't like retreating. True, actually. Yes. Really? I was that close to the end? Really? That's so silly. Oh my gosh. That was literally it? Those two guys? Oh my gosh. Oh, nope, there's Case. Never mind. I don't like this Case guy. He seems actually pretty hefty. He does not care about the fact that I use fire at all. We're gonna try to take him out regardless, though. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. That's what I thought. Have a healthy dose of meteors on your head. I feel like we did not explore up here fully. But I don't know that it matters, because I feel like there's like a tiny section that we didn't fully explore up there. It's probably not going to be worth this whole journey. Part of the problem is that I increased the difficulty, which I'm enjoying, but it definitely means that I die occasionally, instead of being like a god just roaming the land. And I feel like I'm getting worse drops too, despite, like, actually after increasing the difficulty, which is kind of weird. Yeah, that was not worth it. But then part of the issue too is that I am actually a bunch of my gear is under leveled in terms of power. But the reason for that is because I really like the effects of the gear. So like being able to turn into a flock of bats, I can break almost any crowd control with that evade, and evade doesn't normally do that. But like I'm like 200 power level under what I'm currently picking up because of just that one piece of gear. And then everything else really does like additional like fire damage. Like this is cool because it gives me a protective bubble. This is a hail of meteorites that just randomly falls and does 255 damage and immobilizes enemies. This is... I get the Flame Shield enchantment for free, so I don't need to have points in it. That's my bat thing. This is an additional like 1300 fire damage. This is 9% increased burning damage to enemies for each second they remain burning, up to 45%. And then if they're not healthy, they get an additional 18% increased burning damage. This is anytime I use any fire things, they give me more mana. And this is 3 per. This is 3.0 mana basically whenever I crowd control an enemy. So when I set them on fire, I think that counts. Maybe. Possibly. It's just really hard to like let go of this build. Even though I have gear that like literally like completely trumps it in power level. Like, normally, things would not just incinerate by touching one flame wall. That's a good question. I've not figured out how to if I can. So my thought is that maybe I can't. I am like stacked for fire. And then I have these little guys if I ever need like help with something else. Or like my basic attacks, which is like the Palpatine electricity or like ice darts. But so far fires, like my fire stuff actually is even good against fire resistant things. That's how powerful it is. It's like, that's pretty cool. And those meteorites, I didn't summon them. They just fell because I took enough damage to cause them to fall. Like, that's cool.
Just rumors, mostly. The people here speak of a sorcerer who lives in a grand palace beyond the endless sandstorm.
One of these nomads could help us reach it. They know the land better than...
Taisa?
Andaria. I hear her. I need a place to focus. Keep her voice at bay.
Look for a guide. I'll get something to help Taisa clear her mind.
Oh. Let's grab this real quick. Also, let's heal. I need a guide to get through the sandstorm to the north.
Ah, no chance. Not for all the gold in Chaldean.
Well, that's kind of rude. Will you guide me through the sandstorm to the north?
Are you mad? There's a sorcerer living in that storm who will rip your flesh from your bones.
Well, that's a little bit closer to the kind of information we're looking for. I'm looking for a guide to help me pass through the northern storm.
You'll find none fool enough to accept that request here. Give up and stay alive a day longer.
Wait. What about the old man?
The only thing that unreliable fool will guide you to is your graves.
But you look desperate enough to try anything. He spends his days in a fog of white smoke at the riverbank. Be careful. It's a dangerous place.
My middle name is Danger.
Found a quiet spot where she can focus on controlling Andariel's presence.
Is it safe to leave her here?
Safer than stumbling blind through the desert, at least until we find a reliable guide.
Please, help an injured man repay a debt. Bandits mugged me, crushed my knee. I would have died if the Iron Wolves hadn't stepped in. The one named Asifa carried me here. She gave me my life. I want to give her this amulet in return. Ah, a paltry repayment, but it's all I have. She'll be back at their camp, west of Chaldeum.
This is not Death Stranding. And I am not your delivery service.
Meant no offense. You look like you know how to handle yourself. I could use your assistance. I worked the mines for a living, until those pigs-born bandits came. They slaughtered us, took everything. I barely made it out alive. By now, they've got the lockbox with all our wages in it. Good thing I took the key. If you can bring me the box, I'll gladly give you a share.
I don't know that I believe this guy. I feel like what he's saying is kind of suspect. I feel like I need to see like a paycheck stub or something. Alright, it is 4 o'clock though. I already have kind of overstayed past a little bit longer. I was planning to. So I think we're going to end here. We will continue our chasing of Elias into the storm next Monday. In the meantime, I know exactly who we're gonna raid. Thanks for being here, buddy. This music, by the way, is by my best friend Johnny Bailey. Definitely give him a follow, listen to his music, use it for your own stream. Just give him, you know, credit. Very much for joining me for this game jump. It's good to be back on like a schedule. We'll see how long we can keep it. Maybe not long, but thank you for those raids, Andy and Vilcina. Very kind of you. Very much appreciated. Should be back tomorrow with Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Wednesday with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Soon coming to Xbox. Hype. As always, safe travels.